If you guys have a Pilates ring, tea towel, strap, anything like that that you can use to kind of loop over your toes, grab something, okay? So whatever it is, it could even be a t-shirt. All right, so when you're ready to get started, just start with your roll down. So I'm just gonna go through and pop everybody on mute. Of course, if you have anything to let me know, please do. I will pop a Spotify playlist in the chat again if anybody would like it. Beautiful, let's continue here. Chin to chest, round through the spine, coming all the way down. Restack, back up tall, arms up and overhead. Butterfly the arms down, chin to chest, round through the spine, coming all the way down. Restack, back up tall. Just finding your own pace and rhythm here. If you'd like to focus on your breath through your roll downs, we can breathe out as we drop down and inhale as we lift. Exhale to come down. Inhale to lift. Go for 3. 2. And 1 more, coming all the way down. We're just going to hang out down here. So dropping down, allowing your head and your arms to become really heavy. If they're in the way, you can always pop them into your elbow creases. We're just going to go for like a little bounce up and down with the torso. So legs staying long. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a slight bend in the knees, swinging the arms around to the left and then around to the right. Around to the left and around to the right. For 3, 2, and 1. Hands back to center. Start to restack the spine as you straighten out the legs. Coming all the way up. Arms up and overhead. Butterfly the arms down. We're going to come all the way back down now. Looking back between the legs. So legs are straight, hands wherever they fall. So whether they're hanging around in space or down on the mat, let's try and keep them in that same spot. Now just continue to look back between the legs. Bend the knees as deep as you can and extend. Bend and extend. Now when you bend your knees, you may find that your chest gets a little bit closer towards your legs. As you extend your legs, try and keep your chest as close to your legs as you can. So you'll really start to feel more of a deeper stretch. You may like to hold the back of the legs here, the back of the ankles. 3 more. 2. Last one. Release the hands, restack the spine. All the way up. Arms up. And butterfly them down. Beautiful. Chin to chest, round through the spine. Reaching the hands down to the mat. Take a bend in the knees if you need to. Walking them out into pike. We're just going to cycle out the legs briefly. So drop one knee in. Drop the opposite heel down. And we switch. See if you can get that heel as close down to the ground as you can as you drop the other knee in. For 3, 2, and last ones each side. Gently bring the knees down to the mat, untucking the toes, finding child's pose. Now with your child's pose, we're trying to drop our bum down towards our heels whilst reaching those fingertips forward. And then we're going to continue to reach the fingertips forward as we lift the bum up towards the ceiling. Now let's think about that chest dropping down towards the mat here. I'm just going to hold in this position for about 30 seconds. Continue to drop the chest down towards the mat. Hold for another 10 seconds, and then we'll go for our thread. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand feeds under the right, threads under the right, and then look out to the right side. Okay, so we're going to try and get a little bit of a stretch going through the shoulder here as well. So to get into a little bit deeper, think about your right armpit dropping back down towards the mat. That's it, hold for another 10, and we'll swap sides. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swapping sides. Right hand feeds under the left, looking out to the left. Okay, so we're going to hold into this position for a moment. Now, if you want to get that little bit deeper down, think about your left armpit now dropping down towards the mat. I'm going to hold here for another 10 seconds. Beautiful, that's it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching both hands forward, chest drops down towards the mat. And just slowly grouping the fingertips back down as you slowly drop your bum back down towards your heels. Finding child's pose again. All right, from here, we're just going to bring our knees out to either side of the mat. We'll bring our toes out as well. Lift through a neutral spine and then into your cobra. Back through your neutral spine into child's pose. When you drop down into that cobra, you can allow the legs to come out wide and then move back through your neutral spine into child's pose. And again, just find your own pace and rhythm here. So just find what feels good. If you want to sink into any position for a little bit longer, you could absolutely do that. Let me go for another 30 seconds here. All right, let's do one more. We'll all meet back in child's pose. You can bring those knees and toes back in together, finding child's pose, reaching your hands as far forward as you can. We're going to lift up onto our hands and knees now, finding our happy cat, angry cat. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, hip distance apart. Happy cat and angry cat. When you find your angry cat, let's really try and push our upper back right up towards the ceiling. So we're really getting that stretch through the back. Push the hands into the ground, then drop back down into your happy cat. Look up to the sky. If you'd like to focus on your breath through your happy cat and angry cat, we breathe in as we go through angry cat and out as we go through happy cat. In through angry cat. Out through happy cat. In through angry. Out through happy. We'll go for another 3. 2. And last ones, each way. Come back to your neutral spine. Keep your knees where they are and walk your hands around to the left. Now, if you're looking at a clock face, one hand is on 10 o'clock, the other hand is on 11 o'clock. Drop the tummy down into happy cat, round the spine into angry cat. Happy cat and angry. Really try and push that upper back right up towards the sky. We'll go for another 5. You can continue that breath work if you like here as well, breathing in through angry, out through happy cat. In through angry cat, out through happy cat. Let's do one more each way, and then we'll walk the hands around to the right. Coming back to your neutral spine, walk the hands around to the right side. So we find 1 and 2 o'clock. Happy cat and angry cat. Pushing that upper back right up to the sky. And drop the tummy down, looking up. Go for 5 more here. Breathing in through angry, out through happy. Two more, really pushing that upper back right up to the sky. Last ones each way. Beautiful. Okay, walking the hands back through center. Finding child's pose. We're going to lift up, cross the feet over, walking the hands back, finding a seated position. However you'd like to get there, it's also fine. All right, we're going to move straight into our spine stretch. Now we're also going to be, I'm getting my words tight. We're going to find our stretch after our spine stretch, so the one where we sit down and hold into. So if you know that you need a pillow for that one, just have your pillow handy. So we'll start with our spine stretch, sitting up nice and tall. If you need to bend the knees or pop a pillow under your bum, go for it. Chin to chest, round through the spine, push forward. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Chin to chest, round. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Chin to chest, round. 1, 2, 3, and lift. 1, 2, 3. And 5 to go here. 4. 3. 2. Last ones. 1, 2, 3. Back up tall. Now, if you feel like you just want to have a quick hip flexor stretch, bring your feet together, knees apart, coming forward, get your elbows into those knees there. So we're going to come back into that spine stretch position. So whenever you need to stretch it out, feel free to come back into that position. You're going to take those legs out wide, pointing your toes up to the ceiling. Now the aim here is for our elbows to come down, okay? So we're not reaching the hands as far forward as we can. It's more the elbows dropping down. So if you'd like to pop a pillow there, I'll just grab mine as an example. You can rest your forearms down into the pillow. This makes it a little bit more comfortable, especially if you can't get your elbows down to the ground. Just see how you feel. So if you want to use that, just rest the forearms down. With that, we're just thinking about the forearms dropping down towards the mat. Now we're going to be holding in 30-second blocks here, okay? With each breath out, see if you can drop down a little bit deeper. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Again, if you need to take that quick little stretch, feet to the knees apart, come forward, have that stretch, and then we're going to go back into that hold again. So when you're ready, legs out wide. Coming down, 30 seconds. With each breath out, just allow those forearms to drop down. If you've got that pillow there, just rest your forearms into the pillow. With each breath out, just allow your chest to drop forward. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up. Okay, so we've got 2 more of those holds. If you need to take that stretch, take the stretch. Stretch from the stretch. And then when you're ready, we're going to drop back down. Dropping those forearms down towards the mat. See if you can keep those toes pointed up towards the ceiling here. Holding for another 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up. Have that stretch if you need. We're going to do that once more. Okay. When you're ready, coming down. Dropping those forearms down towards the mat. 30 seconds. Ten seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Beautiful. Bring those legs back in together. Pop that pillow off to the side if you're using one. And just coming forward. Now, this is where we're going to grab our whatever we've got. So whether it's a tea towel, Pilates ring, strap, whatever it is, just keep that by your side because we're going to grab that in a moment. So we're going to lay down onto the mat. Bringing the right knee into the chest, left leg goes down towards the ground. Now from here, we just drop that right knee out towards the right. You can either continue to hold with both hands or just hold with the right. Now let's just have a think about our left leg at the moment, the leg that's long down on the mat. It's glued down to the mat here, okay? So as that right knee drops out to the right, it's staying where it is. So we're not kind of rolling over towards the right. Now obviously that's going to change when we take the knee over the body, but I just want you to kind of think about that for our next move after we finish this little set. All right, we'll hold for another 3, 2, and 1. Grab hold of your right knee with your left hand, pulling the knee over the body. You can allow that leg that's on the ground to move here. We create our spine twist. Now we're just thinking about the knee dropping and the shoulder dropping here, down towards the mat. I'm going to be holding this one for a good 60 seconds. With each breath out, just allow that knee to drop and that shoulder to drop, creating that spine twist. Now your gaze can stay up to the ceiling. It can go over towards the right. Whatever feels right for you. And you're welcome just to close your eyes here as well. We're going to hold here for another 20 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling back over onto your back. Okay, now before we go on to the other side, we're going to grab hold of our tea towel or our Pilates ring. We're going to get that front padding of the bottom of the foot hooked on, okay? So if you're using a strap or a tea towel, just grabbing either side of it and holding on like so. So this is going to be around our right leg at the moment, or our right foot. Okay, now allow those toes to drop down towards your nose. With each breath out, see if you can drop them down that little bit further. It might not feel like much, but hopefully you're feeling that stretch through the back of the legs. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to push our foot into the strap or the ring, and as you exhale, then drop the toes back down towards your nose. So inhale, push away, and exhale, drop that little bit deeper down. Just do that another 2 more times. Once more. Okay, so remember before we were talking about that left leg being glued down into the mat. So that's where we're going to aim to keep that when we start to drop our leg out towards the right. Okay, so if you're holding on with your tea towel, you may want to hold on with both hands, or you may like to just grab both hands with your right hand. We're going to drop the leg out to the right. So drop it out as far as you can without lifting that left leg. So if you find that you start to roll over, you probably just come just a little bit too far. So just dropping out to the side, keeping that leg glued down into the mat. Now let's still think about our toes coming back towards our nose here. Keep holding here, doing really well. I'm going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up, release, and drop that leg back down onto the mat. Beautiful work. All right, let's do the other side. So we're going to start with our bent knee first, bringing that knee into the chest. Squeezing that knee in and then dropping it out to the left. You can either hold with both hands or release the right hand and just continue to hold with that left hand. So we're opening up through the hips here. Now again, our right leg now is going to be glued down into the ground. In a moment, we're going to take that knee over. Okay, so grabbing hold of your knee with your right hand, pulling the knee over the body, dropping it down towards the mat, and we create that spine twist. So our knee drops and our shoulder drops. I'm going to hold this one for a good 60 seconds again. You're welcome to close your eyes. You can either have your gaze going up towards the ceiling or over to the left. Each time you breathe out, just drop the knee, drop the shoulder. And hold for another 30 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rolling back over onto your back. Okay, again, we're going to grab our ring or strap or tea towel and hook our left foot into that. So it's just that padded part just below your toes, okay? That's where we're hooked onto. All right, let's think about those toes dropping down towards our nose. So leg is straight, toes are dropping down towards the nose with each breath out. Okay, so we're going to go through those little like push and then drop back down. Okay, so as you inhale, push against your strap, and as you exhale, drop the toes down towards your nose. And it's not a really hard push here. It's like maybe 10 to 20% of effort, and then drop down. Three more. Last one. Okay, so thinking about our right leg for the moment, that's going to be super glued down into the mat as we drop the left leg out to the left. So if you're using your strap or a tea towel, you can either hold with both hands, or, and it goes the same rules with the Pilates ring, I guess, or just hold with the left hand. Dropping it out. Now, if you feel like you're going to start to roll over, just come up a little bit with that leg, okay? So don't drop as far down. Okay, keep thinking about those toes dropping back towards your nose as well while we're here. All right, I'm going to hold for another 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Okay, before we take that foot out, let's get both feet into our strap or our ring or our tea towel. And we're going to just go through that motion again with our toes, dropping the toes down towards your nose. Okay, push away just slightly and drop them down. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Dropping down, unhook those toes, drop your ring or strap down to the side, and let's go into a nice knee rock here. If you'd like to go for your wide knee rock, just walk your feet out to either side, drop the knees down to one side, look over the opposite shoulder, and swap. And swap. And swap. Beautiful. That's it. Keep going now. We'll go for 3 each side. 2. And last ones each side. Beautiful. All right. Let's come up to a seated position now. So grab one or both knees and sitting up. Okay, we're going to bring our hands and interlace them behind our head. So we're just sitting cross-legged here. Interlace those hands behind your head. Looking up to the ceiling, find that little back extension. And then we're going to come down, dropping our head down towards the mat, bring your elbows in together. And then we raise up, look up to the sky. We drop down, bringing those elbows in together, round through the spine, and lift. Round through the spine, and lift. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring our hands in front, placing one hand on top of the other. Now we're going to bring those hands as far forward as we can, rounding through the spine. Now this is like our swan dive. So we're going to bring our hands towards our legs as we round through that spine. Then we lift up, lift the arms out to a T, look up to the ceiling. Then big butterfly up and over with the arms as we dive back down, round through the spine, then push the hands forward. Lifting up, arms come out to a T, look up to the sky. Big butterfly up and over, hands come together as you dive back down, pushing the hands forward. We lift and dive. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive. Two more. Looking right up towards the ceiling as you come up. Arms up and over, dive back down. Last one. Up and over. And dive. Coming back up. Beautiful work. Okay, we're going to find our zigzag sit now. So our right leg's going to come in front, left leg down by our side. Now we're going to do our 360 type of thing here. So we're going to start with our hands over to the right. Okay, just walking them down, dropping your chest down towards the mat. Now if it's more comfortable for you and you'd like to use a pillow, you could rest your head down onto a pillow here. So we come down and just resting the head down. Beautiful, that's it. With each breath out, see if you can reach those fingertips just a little bit further away. Hold for another 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up. Bringing the hands behind now. We're going to walk those hands back as far as we can or drop down onto your forearms. Okay, so whatever feels right for you this evening. So the aim here is to be stretching out through that hip flexor, that left hip flexor. You may feel a bit more down through the leg. So dropping down, either walking the hands all the way back. You can take your gaze up to the ceiling here. I'm going to hold for another 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Taking your time, coming back up. Okay, now we're going to bring our hands around to the left. Okay, so this is probably the more uncomfortable side. So we're just going to create that twist, okay? So see if you can get your fingertips down to the mat. If not, just bring them onto your leg and create that little bit of a twist. With each breath out, we're just going to try and get the fingertips a little bit further away. Holding here for another 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the hands in front. You're going to slide or walk those fingertips down. If you'd like to pop a pillow there to rest your head onto, you could absolutely do that as well. You're going to reach those hands down as far as we can, reaching them forward. And if you're using a pillow, just pop that pillow in front, resting your forehead down onto the pillow. 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back up. Let's swap those legs around. Left leg comes in front, right leg down by our side. So we're going to start with the hands over to the left first. Slide or walk the fingertips away, dropping down onto the mat. Again, if you'd like to pop that pillow there, you can drop your forehead down onto the pillow, whatever's most comfortable. With each breath out, we're just trying to reach those fingertips just a little bit further. Holding for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up. Taking the hands back behind this time. Okay, now we're either going to walk the hands back as far as we can or drop down onto the forearms. Looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, holding here. And go for another 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Take your time. Bring your hands around to the right now. So creating that little bit of a twist. Fingertips come down to the mat. If not, just bring them onto your leg. With each breath out, just try and get those fingertips just a little bit further. "15 seconds to go." And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting, hands in front. Slide or walk those fingertips away, dropping down. Yeah, and if you'd like to pop a pillow in front here, you could always rest your head down onto a pillow. I'm going to hold for another 15 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, lifting back up. All right, let's get those legs crossed. So just coming into a comfortable position, whether that's cross-legged, kneeling, you could sit on a pillow if you like. We're just going to go through the neck and the shoulders, and we're going to do like a 360 neck stretch. So we're going to start with our hands on our chest. Okay, a light amount of pressure here. Take the head all the way back. Okay, so we're just going to hold here first before taking the head off to the side. All right, taking the head over to the right. So that stretch should move more from the front off to the left of the neck. Three, two, one, reset, come up. Take the head all the way back and then off to the left. And that stretch should move to the right side of the front of the neck. Five, four, three, two, and one. Coming all the way back up. Bringing your right hand over your left ear, dropping the head down to the right. Now let's make as much space between the earlobe and the shoulder as we can. So if it helps to drop the hand down onto the ground, do that. And keep holding into this stretch. We're going to make a small movement by looking up towards the ceiling here. So it's only very slight. Then we're going to take our gaze down under our right armpit. Still bringing the head over to the right. So you should start to feel that stretch moving towards the back of the neck. Holding for 5, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Left hand comes over the right ear. Dropping the head down to the left. Let's make as much space between the earlobe and the shoulder. Dropping that arm down to the ground if it helps. Okay, let's look up towards the ceiling here. And then take your gaze down under the armpit. That's okay, Jen. See you soon. Bye. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting back up. Beautiful. Give those shoulders a nice little roll out. I know we did these ones before, but I feel like it's quite nice just to get that full neck. So we're just going to do 3 of them. Interlace the hands behind your head. Sit up nice and tall. Now as we drop down, just allow your arms to become really heavy. So dropping down, arms become heavy. So you start to feel that stretch through the back of the neck. And then we lift up, looking up to the sky. That's it. Dive down. Allow the arms to become heavy. Then that stretch through the back of the neck. And lift. Last one. And lift. And dropping those arms back down. Some little shoulder circles here. We're just going to finish off with the last 30 seconds or so, just doing some like 3 or 4 really deep belly breaths, okay? So you can have your hand on your chest and your belly if you like, or you can leave your hands on your knees. We're going to inhale deeply into the belly, expanding the belly full of air. And exhale all of the air out of your mouth. Inhale deeply into the belly, expanding the belly full of air. 2 more. Last time. And then just return to a normal breath. And we are all done and dusted. Hope everyone has a nice Thursday evening.